Welcome back, everyone, to one of your weekly Pilates workouts. So today, all you're going to need is a mat, something to lay down on. You don't need shoes for this workout. If you want to have a towel, if you want to have water, go ahead and go for it. We're going to meet laying down on our backs, on our mats with our knees bent and our feet hip-width distance apart and parallel. We're going to start with a little bit of breath work. So go ahead and take your hands around your ribs. You're going to take a big inhale through your nose. Let your ribs and your lungs expand, and then a big exhale out of your mouth like you're blowing through a straw. Couple more here. Big inhale, finding that diaphragmatic breath, letting your whole body expand in every direction. Big exhale, like you're blowing out a birthday candle, feeling your ribs coming closer together, feeling your abs start to engage. Two more, guys. Inhale. And exhale. Last one here. Inhale. And exhale out everything. Bring your hands onto your mat next to you. We're going to find some pelvic rocks. So you're going to feel like you're pushing your hips away from you, creating this big arch in your spine, and then pulling your hips in towards your face, and essentially taking that arch away. Keep going. So inhale on the push. Exhale on that pull. Start to feel the sides of your body, those obliques, lengthen and shorten as you go through this. If you're familiar with cat-cow, this should feel like cat-cow, except you're laying down on your back. It should feel pretty good. It shouldn't feel like too difficult at this point. On this next one, pull those hips up towards your face. Figure out where that imprint is. Take your legs, lift them into tabletop. Keep the spine imprinted on the mat. Keep your head down. Let's find those toe taps. Hinge from one hip. Drop your foot. Lift up. Do the same thing on the other side. So for this first part, we are intentionally going to keep our heads down on the mat so that we can start to get more engagement through the transverse abdominis, that ab muscle that's really deep lying, that's below the belly button. It's pretty hard to find, and it can be hard for some of us to get it to fire. So the faster we can find it, especially when our abs are fresh, at least for me, the better. If your toes aren't touching the mat, don't worry about it. Focus more on your back, not lifting off the mat as you move. Go ahead and take both legs into tabletop. Take your arms up to the sky. The head will stay down. Stretch out your right arm and your left leg. On an exhale, pull them back in the center, and then do the same thing on the other side, finding that dead bug. Now, I don't care if your leg goes low. That doesn't matter to me. I care, again, that the powerhouse is strong and stable on your mat, so you shouldn't feel like your hips and your pelvis are rocking around on your mat at all. Keep breathing. Find length from the toe tips to the opposing fingertips. One more. Go ahead and bring it in. Take your legs up to the sky. Roll out your ankles for a hot second if you want. We're going to keep that imprint of the spine on the mat below us. You're going to lift your chest up now. Grab behind your right leg. Drop your left leg down. Pull, pull, switch. Pull, pull, switch. Going into that single straight leg stretch. You might also know this as scissor. Again, stable hips and pelvis and imprint on the spine. I'm going to say that kind of cueing or a variation of it like 57 times in this video, so just prep yourself. Double exhales, that leg pulls in. Inhale on the switch. We're trying to grab for the ankle, but as long as you don't grab the back of the knee, we're good. One more each side. Take both of your legs up to the sky. Hands go behind your ears, elbows wide. Drop your straight legs down halfway. Lift them up. I realize this went from like 0 to 60 pretty quickly. If you need to take the head down or take a break or reset your form, go for it. Please make sure you're still imprinted on your spine as you move. Big inhale to lower, big exhale to lift. Two more. Elbows wide, chin off the chest. Hold this next one down. Draw your leg into tabletop and rotate your opposite armpit over towards it. And then switch. Same thing, other side. Crisscross. Please be mindful, guys. The imprint stays. I'm rotating from the back of my rib to my opposing thigh. My elbows are wide. And when my knee comes into my chest, it stops in tabletop. It's not all the way in. It's above the hip. 2 more. 1 more. Hug your knees in. Drop your head down. Take a second. Yay! You made it through your first part. All right, guys. Go ahead and plant your feet onto the ground. If you want to sway your knees side to side, go for it. You're going to take your legs along on your mat below you. We're going to set up for some hip circles. You're going to take your right leg up to the sky, flex and point your foot. Roll out your ankle. Find that point on your right toe and draw little circles one way. Now, you are neutral through your spine. That little natural curve in your back should stay nice and steady as we move through this. If you need to bend one or both of your knees to find that, go ahead and go for it. Reverse. On this next one. Lots and lots of abs to do this. It should look easy. It should not feel easy. That's how you know you're doing it right. Let's go ahead and switch legs. Same thing, other side. Woo! Flex and point your foot. Roll out that ankle, find your neutral, and find those circles. So if you need to bend one or both of your knees on this side and it looks different from the first side, that's totally okay. Think about the engagement of the core. Think about your shoulder blades being flat on the mat below you. Reverse on this next one. And think about that and the stability of your powerhouse more than you're thinking about the size of the circle, at least for me today. Finding that exhale every time that leg comes in towards your belly button. 2 more. 1 more. Go ahead and bring it all the way down. Flip around so that you're laying on your left side on your mat. Now, we're going to go into a little bit of sideline work. You are more than welcome to prop yourself up on your hand like me, or you can lay your head down onto your bicep. Bring your feet out in front of you a little bit. If you want to bend the knees, that's totally fine. Find that top leg, lift it up, bring it back in line with the hip. You're going to point the toe, draw the leg forward, flex the foot, and draw the leg back. Now, it's an inhale to point and sweep forward. It's an exhale to flex from the ankle and draw the leg back. You are neutral through your spine so that bottom rib and hip are connected down onto the mat below you, and that connection will not change. So there's a little bit of space there. It should stay there, okay? Regardless of what we're doing. Now, on this next one, you're going to sweep that leg forward, you're going to flex the foot, and then you're going to lift and lower the leg. Wiggle all 5 of those top toes. Make sure you're not holding tension there. Make sure you're not holding tension in your jawline. And make sure that your hips are still stacked vertically on top of one another. This should not be fun. Don't worry about how high you go with the leg. Worry about that vertical stack on your hips. 2 more. Big breath. 1 more. Good. Bring that leg down. Bring that leg back in line with the hip. Point the toe and draw basketball-sized circles one way. So, still stacked vertically on the hips. You want to make sure with this that the circle is working up and not down. Okay, so no bigger than a basketball, above the hip. Go ahead and reverse on this next one. Making sure that you're still breathing. You're still engaging through your core, embracing through your core. Not holding tension in your jawline or your feet or your neck. I know this got one, that's to be a lot real quick. Hold that leg still. Bring the leg forward a little bit. Point your toes down to the ground and now lift and lower the heel. Making sure that you're breathing, being mindful that when the leg drops, your feet still end hip width distance apart, okay? So you don't want to just drop your legs together. You want to maintain control in both directions of the work. 2 more. 1 more. Bring that leg down, rub your butt cheek out if you need to. You're going to prop yourself up on that left elbow. You're going to bend your knees and stack them. We're going to go through a little bit of a bridging clamshell. So if you want to keep the hip down with this, you totally can. Top hand onto your hip. You're going to lift the hips and open that top knee up to the sky. Close the knees, draw the hip down a couple inches, and then do it again. So be mindful. I can tell my body's off, right? My shoulder's coming forward. I don't want that. I'm looking straight ahead. I'm not looking down. It's going to cause my whole body to turn. And I'm actively engaging through my shoulders on my bottom side. So for me, that's my left. Pulling the abs in is not necessarily what I like to say. You got to embrace your core, right? So don't feel like you're trying to suck your belly button in. Feel like you're bracing for a punch. Go ahead and bring it all the way down. There's like no other way to say that, okay? Come on up. You can keep the legs as they are. Just find a little nice counter stretch. Going towards the other side. Sometimes that's all you need. Okay, go ahead and come on through. And we're going to break dance and go around right away to the other side. So lay all the way down now. I'm on my right side. I'm guessing that you are too. Bring your legs out in front of you a little bit. Make sure you're neutral. This is the side that me finding neutral is really hard all the time. Lift that leg up. Remember, you can bend that bottom knee if you need to, up to you. You're going to inhale, point, and sweep forward. Exhale, and drop that leg back. One side of the body versus the other. Am I right? Make sure that when you're flexing that leg and you're drawing it back, you're not trying to pull your toes up towards your knees. The flex of the leg comes from the ankle, not from your toes, okay? I say that because I tell my clients to flex and then my toes get all mad and hyperextended. If you were to stand on the ground, you wouldn't pull your toes up towards your nose, right? Like not naturally when you stand. So think about it in that context. All right. I don't want this part, but here we go. Sweep that leg out in front of you. Flex from your foot, lift and lower your leg. So I love all the sideline work because it helps to have a really strong hip and back. It contributes to that. And I've been working through a hip injury for several months, not seven, several, longer than 7. And this work is really beneficial, even though I don't like it right now. Bring your leg down, sweep that leg back, point your toe, basketball size circles one way. So I really can't focus on the size of the movement because on my hip that's injured, which is this one, it is significantly smaller right now, and that's okay. Go ahead and reverse. These things happen. What are you going to do, right? Oh, wow. We got to work through them, and we got to listen to our bodies, and we got to take what our body needs for that moment, not what we think it needs. All right. Hold that leg in line with your hip. Drop forward a little bit. Toe down, heel up to the sky. Lift and lower the heel. Be mindful of the movement. So the goal ideally with this is to see how high you can get the leg without losing that vertical stack on the hips. This is the best that I can do today working off this injury, and I'm going to take it. But I'm going to be really mindful of the drop, and I'm not going to let my knees collapse together. I'm going to brace through my core, and I'm going to check my shoulders because they like to hike up to my ears in this stuff. One more. Here we are. Go ahead and bring it down. Okay, prop yourself up on that elbow. It was not graceful, but here we are. Bend your knees, stack your knees. You're going to lift up, open that top knee, and then close it. Woo-wee. So I am dropping these workouts for you as a way to say thank you and to help make sure that as we start 2026, you start out on a positive note in your movement journey. Please remember that subscribing to the channel will get you workouts sent to you every single week. It gets you 3 workouts. It gets you access to all the free workouts as well. And it gets you a ton of other just helpful tips and recipes and things that you need to make your movement journey serve you, right? Because that's what it should do. Go ahead and come on down. Oh, find your mermaid. I don't care about the legs right now. Just stretch out to the other side. That's all. All right. Go ahead and meet me on hands and knees on your mat. I don't care which way you face for this. It will not matter. Go through a couple of cat cows. We're going to find a little bit of spinal extension before I lay you down again. Now, I want you to see on this one, when you find that angry cat back, if your back is tight, if you shift back, bringing the butt cheeks towards the heels, if that helps your back feel better, because it helps mine feel better, All right, on this next one, you're gonna find that tabletop position, and we're gonna find a little bit of some hip stuff, movement, before we add in some more spinal stuff. So fire hydrant, I'm gonna start with my left leg so you can see me. You're gonna flex the left foot, you're gonna take that left leg out to the left, and then you're gonna draw it down. Now, when you move through this, make sure that you lean more towards your working side. Put more pressure and tension into your working side hand, and less into your stabilizing hand. Still bracing through the core, the back is nice and long. Now we're gonna find our hip cards. You're gonna take that leg out, you're gonna lift it up, you're gonna circle it down. When the knee taps, reverse directions. So I realize that this is a lot up on the hands. You can make fists, or you can come down onto your forearms. You can also grab for the outsides of your mat, especially if you're on a squishy surface like a carpet. Sometimes that helps take some tension out. One more. I think I did it wrong. That's okay, hold it here. And now we're gonna find a bird dog just on this side. Kick the arm and leg out, tap it down, and then lift it right back up. So back is nice and long. When you lift through this, don't think about height of the leg extending back. Think about length and core engagement. How much is your powerhouse working right now? One more. Good, bring it in. I'm gonna turn around so you can see what I'm doing. We're gonna set up for the other side. So now I'm on those fire hydrants on my right side. I'm gonna flex that right foot and find that fire hydrant. Remember, now I'm working my right side. So I have more pressure and tension in my right hand and less in my left. If I were with you, and I felt spicy that day, let's be honest, I would ask you to lift your left hand off the mat to check your balance, to see where that control is at. Let's find those hip cards. You're gonna take that leg out, circle it around, up to the sky, draw it down, and then reverse. Actively pushing away from the ground so it almost feels like through my powerhouse I'm holding a plank, even though my knees are completely down and underneath my hips. Does that make sense? I feel like I should. One more. Okay, bring it down. Extend that arm and leg out. Tap. And then lift. If you need to come completely down, by the way, and like totally reset, that's okay. It's not that deep, guys. You're literally doing a thing called a bird dog on your mat, in your house. I'm guessing, hopefully, your family is letting you have this time and not demanding things of you like mine normally does as soon as I get into a workout. One more. All right, go ahead and bring it down. Okay, come up onto your knees. Now we're gonna go into something called thigh stretch. Now, I have very sensitive knees because I'm a millennial. So I like to take my mat, even though it's ugly when I do this, and fold it so that I can come up on it, and it gives my knees a little bit extra padding, okay? So we wanna be in this tall kneeling position. You can have your toes untucked, so like the shoelace side of your foot on the mat, or you can tuck them. I don't care, that's up to you. You can have your hands on your hips, you can have your hands out in front of you, or up to the sky. I prefer mine out in front of me. I feel like it kind of acts as a counterbalance. You're gonna squeeze your butt, you're gonna draw the hips forward, embrace through the core, arms wherever, and then you're gonna hinge back from the knees until you feel your quad muscles tug on that bone, and then you're gonna lift up. So thigh stretch should be fairly explicit, right? You're feeling a stretch on the front of your legs when you drop back. Be very, very mindful of padding the knees. This can be a lot if you have sensitive knees. Two more. One more. Inhale on the drop, make sure the abs are braced. Exhale, lift all the way up. If you folded that mat up, go ahead and unfold it unceremoniously. And meet me one more time, laying down on your back, on your mat. Now we're gonna set up for some bridging. You're gonna bend your knees. You're gonna plant your feet hip width distance apart, and parallel onto the mat below you. Hands go into the mat below you. Tuck your pelvis just like we did earlier and roll all the way up until your back lifts off of the mat up to your shoulder blades. Take a breath at the top and then exhale. Gently and slowly, very carefully peel and roll all the way back down until that tailbone connects and you feel that neutral spine. Go again. Big inhale. Big exhale as you're moving. Big inhale at the top. Big exhale as you move again to come back down. If this rolling, articulating motion doesn't serve you today, which is totally fine, you're going to move your back in a flat, straight line up and down towards your mat. Okay? Let's all work. Please honor your body and do what works the best for you today. If you are articulating, go slower. And just like with those pelvic tilts and rocks, see if you can feel how the abs need to fire and engage to control the articulation of the spine. Go ahead and lift all the way up. Hold it. Bring your feet closer together if you want. You're going to lift a leg into tabletop. Place it down. Exhale. Same thing on the other side. So drive through the midfoot and the heel of the leg staying down on the mat. When the leg lifts, engage the glute even though the leg is lifting and draw your abs in. Pull your ribs together to help support not just the inversion, but also that leg lifting. 2 more. 1 more. Go ahead and plant your feet down. Go ahead and roll all the way down. Very nice. Go ahead and straighten those legs out. Onto the mat below you. Take your arms up to the sky. Take a big inhale. And as you exhale, tuck and roll all the way up. Find your roll up. Okay, so before we even get into this, if you needed to take a different variation for that bridge and you needed to move through that flat back, you need to do that here as well. Okay, so instead of finding that full range of motion, you're going to hinge back to where you shake. Otherwise, you're good to go to keep going with that full range of motion. Big exhale as you're moving. Make sure that your hands stay in front of your chest the whole time. You have a choice to keep the C curve in both directions of the work, or you can always sit up and hinge your roll back halfway. Up to you. Woo-wee. Every time I move, wow. Man, injuries are no joke, guys. I gotta really listen to my body right now. I'll tell you what. All right, go ahead and tuck and roll all the way up. Yay. Okay, scooch it on up until you have some mat behind you. We're going to roll like a ball. So if, again, that articulating rolling motion did not work for you, please go back to the variation of roll-up that you just did so that we can protect your spine. Otherwise, you're going to bend your knees. You're going to plant your feet onto the mat. Roll back behind you. Find behind your butt bones, like closer to your back. Lift your legs into tabletop. Hold on to the back of your legs. If you mess it up, don't worry about it, because I might too. Roll back. Roll up. Stop behind your sits bones. So this one is tricky because you have to find that spot where your abs act as brakes. You can keep the legs in the tabletop position, or you can drop your heels down towards your butt. I don't care. For me, this spot right behind my butt reinforces my teaser position, and so does the curve through my spine. Okay? If you mess one up, you're literally rolling like a ball on your mat. It's not that deep. Just saying. 1 more. All right, go ahead and come on up. Break dance yourself around so that you're laying down on your stomach, on your mat. We're going to go back and do a little bit more spinal extension. So you're going to stretch your legs out nice and long. You're going to stretch your arms out nice and long in front of you. And you're going to look down at your mat. I'm going to lift my head a little bit so that you can hear what I'm saying. So you're going to engage through your core. You're going to gently push your hip bones down into the mat. And you're going to engage through your butt cheeks a lot. Sometimes, on a side note, it cracks me up that I get paid to say butt cheeks. I should probably say glutes, but I feel like butt cheeks is more whimsical and funny. You're going to engage through your butt cheeks. And you're going to lift your left leg, your right arm, and your chest. Like a single-sided swimmer, bring it down. Same thing, other side. So we're being very mindful of how we are moving right now because we're not compressing or putting pain into the low back. I want you to feel mid-back, I want you to feel core, and I want you to feel work in the low back, but not pain in the low back, okay? If you are feeling pain, please do not come up as high. Keep the chin slightly tucked so that the back of the neck is long. Let your breath assist you, and don't worry about how high you come up. That's not the goal. Bring it down now. We're going to do everything. Arms, legs, and chest. Take a breath, and then lower. Big inhale at the bottom. Lift on up, and then lower. Again, no work in the low back, okay? So this is not painful in your low back. If it is, please do not come up as high, and think about all those stabilizers that are helping you, and let them help you more. They need to. One more, hold it up, and now go for a swim. Slow, arms and legs, kick, kick, kick. I swim on a regular basis. This is the most awkward way I've ever swam in my whole life. All right, it's about growing length out of your waistline. You should feel upper back, shoulders, abs, butt, hamstring, all the things working and no pain in your low back. Two more. One more, bring it down. Go ahead and shimmy your hips side to side if you need to. Okay, I'm gonna give you guys two different options. We're gonna go into a variation of single leg kick and double leg kick. I'm gonna give you a variation for your hands. You can bend your elbows, stack your palms, and plant your forehead down. Or if you want, you can prop yourself up onto your elbows. If you do this and you feel your low back, come down onto your hands, okay? So you're going to anchor the shoulders up, back, and down regardless of where you are. You're going to draw your abs in, gently push your hips down into the mat, engage the glutes. Starting on that variation of the single leg kick, you're going to bend your right knee, kick yourself in the butt, and then lower the leg. So switch, same thing, other side. Slow and easy. We're going to add in coordination in a minute with the foot. If the coordination isn't working, go back to this. Every time you lower, you're lowering slowly, like you're pushing your foot through mud. So if you want to go fancy with this, the next time you bend your right knee, you're going to flex your foot, kick yourself in the butt, point your toe, and lower your leg. So point, flex, point, lower. So you're going to lift, point, flex, point, lower. Okay? Again, if you mess one up, you're kicking yourself in your butt. And it's really not that serious. Okay? One more. Okay. Shake it off if you want to come down. We're going to go into a variation of double leg kick. Again, take what works the best for you. If we're not going to add in the chest expansion with this today, if you know that and you would like to add it in, go ahead and go for it. Otherwise, you're going to prop yourself up onto your elbows. And now you're going to bend both your knees, flex your feet, kick yourself in the butt, point your toes, and lower your legs down. So this is a variation for today, more so that you can figure out where your body is in space, because this one looks easy and can be more complicated, especially as we add on more layers to it. But I find with my people who are unfamiliar with it that this way is a really easy way to start, and then we can make it more complicated as life goes on. See if you can keep those hips gently driving into the mat below you. So when you bend your knees, try to not lift your hips off the mat. Let that be the challenge for today, as long as with maintaining that nice pretty posture through your upper body and that engagement through your core. Let's go one more. Awesome. All right, go ahead and come on up. Shake it off. If you want to go through a cat-cow or a child's pose while I wrap it up, go ahead and go for it. Thank you, as always, for joining me on your mat. I absolutely love doing this for you guys, and I would love it If you would like and share and especially subscribe and join our really awesome community so you have access to all of those other workouts and access to all of the recipes and wellness tips and all that stuff so that you know in 2026 you're really on a good healthy path for your movement and your wellness journey, and you end 2026 better than how you ended 2025. That being said, I am here to help you in any way I can, and I truly do mean that. If you have questions about what we did or any of the information that I sent to you, please reach out and ask. You can leave a comment down below. You can reach me on Instagram at Lisa Peranzo. I am more than happy to help you out. And honestly, I would just love to connect with you guys as well and hear about how things are going so I know that the stuff that I'm giving you truly is serving and helping you. Thank you again for your time today. I can't wait to see you on your mat again soon.